What is going on, YouTube? What is going on, fellow entrepreneurs in the making? Today's episode is going to be about 5 easy steps to instantly improve your financial situation. Now, I'm fully aware that everyone in the world is going through different things, doing different things in their life that are affecting them in different ways financially, okay? But these are kind of general steps that you could take, that you could do. One of them might not be applicable to everybody, but it can be done. But let's go with the first step. It's going to be, just take a step back and look at your monthly expenses. And when I say look at your monthly expenses, I don't mean just point out the big ones like mortgage or rent or car. Those are obvious, along with phone and car insurance. I mean things like media consumption, Netflix, Hulu, a bunch of subscriptions that you have. Maybe some habits that cost money that aren't actually doing anything for you other than just helping you pass the time. A lot of big ones, I know a lot of people do it, is, smoking cigarettes, drinking lots of beer with your friends. You'd be surprised, cut some of those things off, you have a little extra at the end of the month. So we're looking at those things that could be taken off. Just look at those, add up the numbers. Add up the numbers. And I'm pointing out this step to you guys because if you're watching this, I know most of you are already in that mindset to do better and save money. So just take a step back and look further into your monthly expenses and see which ones can be taken off, adjusted, phased off. Just don't do it anymore. Just add those couple dollars at the end of the month and keep in your pocket. Okay, so. The next step, step number 2, is going to be form a plan to, if you have any annoying debt, financial burdens following you every month, form a plan, target the ones that are hurting you the most. And I'm talking about the ones that are have high interest rates that are compounding and are just kind of getting out of hand. They're kind of old and been following you for a long time. Find out how much you owe, realistically make a plan, see how much are you paying currently a month. After you've done step number 1, see what you can increase at the end of the month to try to knock off those larger annoying payments and see if you can smooth things out a little bit. So with that said, we'll move on to step number 3. We can actually ultimately help out step number 2, and this is the one that said probably doesn't apply to everybody, and that is trying to gather all these. Like if you have a lot of things laying around, this is actually kind of touching back onto one of my eBay episodes, and is like, do you have just lots of stuff, extra tools, extra TVs, CD players? You never know. People actually want those things. MP3 players. Headphones, maybe some collectibles that are sitting around. Like I've sold off a bunch of mine. If you see my previous episode of the eBay, how much I made in a month, I'll have the link down below in the description. I made a couple grand, so there could be things you could do better, you could do worse. You can make a couple hundred in a month. That couple hundred of selling stuff that's just laying around, things you obviously you don't need. You could push it onto a credit card that's maybe this close to being done. You're like, man, it's $900 been following me around. I've been just killing off the interest at the end of the month. But how about you take a $800 chunk out of it because you sold some old power tools or something that was in the garage just sitting there that you just obviously weren't using. You don't see yourself needing it. So that's step number 3. Is just try to. If you have any extra baggage, just sitting around, extra clutter, try to get rid of it. Let it find a new home. Get that extra capital, and push it towards something that's going to help you out, like pay off some credit, or this will be going on to step number 4. All right. If you've comfortably paid off some credit cards, you've got it's a little relaxed, you're a little more comfortable, and you've sold off some stuff, you've made some extra money. Try to find a profitable hobby, maybe I actually stream on Twitch every other day throughout the evening, sometimes the afternoons. I've actually been doing it for almost 2 years now. You know, as I mentioned in the first video, I'm a big gamer, geek, nerd, whatever. I love video games, I love all that stuff. So I actually took that love, that passion of things, and put it towards somewhere that I can actually pay me in the long run. You know, Twitch has a subscriber base. People pay you monthly. Those people can actually donate to you if they really like what you're doing. If you're really providing a good persona, content to them, they're going to show that back to you. So that's one option that I took. Some of the people I've taken onto eBay as an actual side business of actually going out to thrift shops, garage sales, finding stuff and flipping those items into profit. You know, and those are just a couple things you gotta really think outside the box. You probably it won't happen overnight. You sit back, think about like what can you possibly do to try to make some extra money at the end of the month to continue knocking down old credit, old debt, or potentially further continue what you want to do. It's, you know, set some goals and everything. So that's number 4. Try to make some little extra money at the end of the month. Keep on keeping that mentality of remember those things you sacrifice. Get it, those habits you don't want to do anymore. They're cut off. Don't go back to them. All right. Always watch your financial situation, your debt, and all that good stuff. Yeah, there's good debt and bad debt, but the bad debt you don't want around, the high APR and all that stuff, the interest. Try to monitor them. Try to kill them off as soon as possible by repeating steps number 3 and number 4. All right, and number 5, it's more repeat. Okay, stick through steps number 1 and number 4. All right, there's more things you can do. I will go over those things down the line. Steps 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. More advanced as I myself get through those steps. I will explain to you what I did and what I managed to do, and how am I benefiting each of those steps along the way. So with that said, if you like what I'm doing with this channel, like what I'm providing, please like this video and definitely hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next Entrepreneurial Dad video. Take it easy and be safe.